First of all, ladies and gentlemen, there will be 3 single contests followed by a battle royal. Introducing now, ladies and gentlemen, the first of the tournaments. We have a contest at 6 5-minute rounds, 2 falls, 2 submissions, or 1 KO to decide the winner. Introducing to you a member of a famous boxing family and sporting personality from Leamington Spa, Jackie Turpin. And from Lancashire, we have the sportsman and landholder, Tally-Ho-Kaye. Your third man, ladies and gentlemen, the globe-trotting Brian Crabtree from Halifax.
Round 1.
Hello again, grappling fans. Good afternoon to you, and welcome to the Sports Center here in Huddersfield. Another freestyle wrestling session, and a very unusual wrestling session here this afternoon, believe me. You'll see a little later on, but first of all, we start with a catchweight bout between Peter Kay and the White Jodhpurs, as always, versus the very popular Jackie Turpin from Leamington Spa. A catchweight bout because Turpin is giving away well over a stone and 2 pounds here to the man in the White Jodhpurs, Peter Kay. It's over 6 5-minute rounds, 2 falls decides it. And the referee, of course, there, Brian Crabtree. Well, a tremendous cheer went up as Jackie Turpin got into his corner, almost as loud as the boo that welcomed his opponent. Yeah, typical Kay, of course, that. And the crowd won't like that if he goes for the lighter man in that manner, as early as round 1 especially. Head scissors to Turpin, defending at the moment, and why not after some of the attacking movements he's had put against him so far. I don't think Kay expected to be monkey climbed out of that position. Very, very neat by Jackie Turpin. He may be from a boxing family, a very well-known one, but he's certainly taken to wrestling okay, this boy. Finishing in the locked-off back hammer. The hammer lock there with the double wrist lock move by Kay. But it started with the arm lock over the shoulder against the joint. Less than 2 minutes now in the first round of 6. 2 falls, 2 submissions or a knockout to decide this winner. And Turpin in in those striped, patterned trunks of his there. Operating a pretty neat bridge. But the head scissors stopping him from repeating that, I think. Powerful with a horseback rider's knees round your neck. I suppose you don't move too easily. Has got the full weight of that knee on the feet, separating the knees. One minute left, round one. Go in this first round is Kaye, but leaning against the middle rope to do it, therefore the break counts.
Just watch what you're doing, buddy. I wasn't giving you a touch in the rope.
Kaye doing most of the attacking, but some neat little counter escape moves coming here from Turpin. Yes, another one there, beautifully done, but right on the bell. Just a couple of seconds left, that's all. So Jackie Turpin from Leamington Spa for the turnaround awards. Looks like he's got a couple of nasty rope burns on his back already. I don't think from this bout, must have been from a previous bout last week. But there he is, 10 stone 7 of Jackie Turpin, whose father, Jackie Sr., is a featherweight Midlands area champion. And of course, we all know about Uncle Randy Turpin, the world middleweight title.
Seconds away, round two.
Round two, 5 rounds to go. No score. Jackie Turpin on the left there, giving away 1 stone and 2 pounds to Peter Kaye, Tally-Ho-Kaye. Brian Crabtree, the ref. Then the big backbreaker over the knee. Kaye can afford to try these strength holds with a lighter fellow. If he can just stop Turpin escaping a little more in the second round than he did in the first, he'll be all right. But fairly. Trying to force Kaye with a straight arm lift position. Pretty unlikely, I would say. Got him halfway up anyway. Doesn't like it. So now Kaye's got to go for back weakness. He started them off. So Turpin explaining that he was perfectly at liberty to continue with that move, and I think the referees are not arguing with that. So the Peter Kaye's left leg worrying him there with the neck drop of the knee. Forearm okay. And more back weakness, but the second one is illegal in the public court. Clutch hold and slam. Looked like the pile driver was coming, but far too late to follow down with a cross press. And Kaye knows it. And in case he doesn't, Brian Crabtree, the referee, is explaining to him in detail. Once the move is finished and you've slammed the fella and stepped back, that's the end of that move. You can't continue to attack. Single leg Boston to Kaye. Just that right leg comes over under the deck and he's got it. trying to break that arm. Left arm at Turpin's just about there. The single leg Boston just about there. And can Turpin force him up in this one? Can't even get off the canvas at the moment. He's got 2 minutes in this round to do it. He's trying everything he knows. No success so far. He nearly got further that time. He'll have to try something different, I think. He's giving up. He said to Kaye, tapped him on the shoulder, will Kaye believe that that's a submission? No, he won't. He goes for the figure 4 leg lock. Goes for both ends. Side surfboard is on, but Kaye wants to lean back now. Nicely. And the leg, Kaye's leg caught between the bottom two. Making a large fuss about it, and of course the referee's got his own foot caught now. With just a minute to go in the second. So the stranglehold by Turpin. Not doing badly as a lightweight against a man right in the upper bracket of the welters. And has been a middleweight for some time. In fact, 12 stone 4 has been his top weight up to now. Less than half a minute to go in the second. And the arms through the rope, so underneath the bottom rope, which is the same thing. But Kaye doesn't want to break. I should think that should please any member of a Turpin family, one of the most famous boxing families, to be called that. Yeah, already showing he doesn't like it. With Tally-Ho-Kaye, he is finally making his corner, now at 11 stone 9, used to be 12-4, but only 6 months ago, but he did a tremendous crash diet, and knocked about a couple of stone off, or very nearly. Then, of course, he came back a little bit. That's Kaye. Been a pro since the mid-60s.
Seconds away, round 3.
Kaye from Nelson in Lancashire versus Jackie Turpin from Leamington Spa. And it's Turpin giving away a stone and 2 pounds here to Kaye in this catchweight bout with no score at the start of the third round. 4 rounds to go. Referee Brian Crabtree warning Kaye again. I mean, giving him 1 public warning already in the second round. So a double arm from the front there. Now Kaye going to try a suplex from this. He is, and there it is, and into the bottom. But the follow-up way too late, seconds too late, and he must know it. That's to see he's asking for trouble.
His second and final public warning.
And the second is the final one, of course. So you heard Neil Soden, our MC's voice there. Announced to the large hall here in Huddersfield, the sports centre. Part of a lot of amenities here for us, swimming pools and everything. And the first time we've ever televised wrestling from this venue. Full Boston Crab, Kaye. Now, can he get a submission this time? He has. The first submission to Kaye in the third round. And it took him just 1 minute, 50 seconds to get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the third round, from a submission with the Boston Crab, first ball in favor of Tally-Ho-Kaye.
For Neil Soden, whose microphone not working at the moment. We hope we'll get that fixed soon. Anyway, it's Kaye's first submission fall in round 3, and we're halfway through the bout. Any moment now, we have to go ahead with round 4.
Seconds away, round 4.
3 to go. Kaye with 2 public warnings against him. Kaye with the white jodhpurs against Jackie Turpin of Leamington. 2 public warnings against Kaye, but he's leading by 1 submission over the lighter man by a stone plus. And the whole packed hall here at the Sports Centre Huddersfield hoping that Jackie Turpin can come back into this soon. Referee Brian Crabtree. He's really been a bit, hasn't been too lenient at all on Peter Kaye this afternoon. 2 public warnings, and the second one I didn't really think was, well, he certainly would have let it go farther at other times. Slam again, but this time he doesn't bother to fall. Now, Jackie Turpin is getting quite a bit of back trouble. He went down with a submission just now with a full Boston Crab, but now he got caught on the full Boston Crab again. Now can Turpin get him out? He can with a double knee hold, and he can hold him too. He gets a second chance at that. He was a bit lucky, but he gets the equalizer, and it took him just over a minute to get it. 1 each now. Let's hope our MC has more luck with his microphone. Neil Soden.
Lady.
Oh, he's given it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the counter to the Boston Crab, big ball and equalizer, Jackie Turpin.
So poor old MC Neil Soden trying to make do with his own shout over the crowd here. He did very well indeed. 2 rounds to go then, 1 fall each. And Kaye waiting in the center can hardly wait to go. Two to go. So we start round 5, 1 fall each. Remember, Kaye in the white jodhpurs, 2 public warnings against him. And right through the ropes, and he won't let go on that folding press. And gets a knee in his face for his pains. And a full Nelson. Grapevine to bring him down from that full Nelson. Can he turn him into canvas? Back to canvas now. He's got a shoulder press there if he can. Kaye can't force him quite over. No, he's not down. That's what the referee's waiting for the shoulder blades to be down, and he's not. Whatever Tally-Ho might have to announce about the situation. A neat one by Jackie Turpin. This is the sort of stuff that he's useful at. I wish he'd stay away and do some more of that. Still another attempt to the Boston Crab. No submission yet from Turpin. He let go last time on a submission because it was the first one, but this would lose him the bout, so therefore he's holding on for dear life. Legs now in a figure 4 leg lock position. Kaye tries one-handed, but I don't think that he'll get a submission with just one arm out of the chin. And he knows it too. He's trying something else. Still the figure 4 leg lock. The arm through as a bar, holding that figure 4 arm, but into the ropes. A break for Turpin there. Kaye won't break, but he's got to. Yes, perfectly legal throw. Backbreaker submission from that, but his legs were right over the ropes, therefore surely... Ooh, that drop should not have been allowed. And that certainly shouldn't be allowed. He's got two public bodies against him. Brian Crabtree, and he's stepping in. Crabtree's had enough. So with 3¼ minutes gone in round 5, Kaye is disqualified. And Jackie Turpin the winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee has no further course but to disqualify Tally-Ho-Kaye. The winner, ladies and gentlemen, Jackie Turpin.
Anything wrong at all there? I never did anything wrong. Why should I be disqualified?
The winner, ladies and gentlemen, Jackie Turpin.
I did nothing wrong at all!
We continue the tournament, ladies and gentlemen, once again with the contest of 6 5-minute rounds, 2 falls, 2 submissions, 1 KO deciding the winner. Introducing you in the blue corner from Dominique, we have the brown bomber, Kid Chocolate. And in the red corner, it's a pleasure to introduce wrestling's perfect man, John Mr. England. Your referee, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Emil Polby.
Well, clap press-ups just before the start of a bout, not bad, I suppose. And one-armed. But funnily enough, he's exactly the same weight, Johnny England, as his opponent here this afternoon, Alan Bardui, known as Kid Chocolate. 12 stone 7. Just getting limbered up. Very proud of his physique, and I don't see why he shouldn't be, really. He's a physical culturist from quite a few years back now. He's won the Mr. Europe, 72, Mr. Adonis, ATV in 1973, and Mr. England in 75, which can't be bad.
Round 1.
Emil Poilve is the referee in this bout. And Johnny England still more interested in showing off that physique. Kid Chocolate from the West Indies, his opponent, standing around asking the referee, can I go for him when he's doing that? And of course he can, as long as his feet only are on the back. Yes, that's the way. Now, when the strength states come, I think Johnny England might have it, but Kid Chocolate certainly with speed and agility, I'd say. Double-handed receiver to England. Johnny England from Wolverhampton, 12 stone 7. Kid Chocolate from West Indies, also 12 stone 7. And the referee in trouble tonight. But knowing Emil Qual was an ex-middleweight wrestler of renown before he turned to refereeing, won't worry about a little skirmish like that. In fact, he's grinning all over his face. Quite accidental. So busy showing us those muscles that he's going to catch a cold in a minute if the kid finds him, gets him on the walls.
Bye, boys.
Side headlock now, England, reversing it to his three on the other side. Double arm. Now, Chocolate roll over out of this. Can will be to his advantage, but unfortunately England knows that. He's going to stop it.
Hey, jockey!
Not bad for strength, Kid Chocolate there. Not bad for strength at all, but that's more the stuff we expect from him. That's it. That's the sort of neat get-out we expect from the agile, speedy Alan Bardui. So he used to wrestle under that name. But nobody could ever pronounce it, so the ring name is now Kid Chocolate.
No.
2 minutes to go in the first round of 6. 2 falls, 2 submissions or a knockout to decide this winner. And of course, no score at the moment. It's not really a main contest. We've got 4 contests in this afternoon's program. The 4th one is really with a difference, I promise you. We've never seen anything like it on television before anyway. Further, says Kid. Johnny England suspicious and decides not to risk it. I think he's right. Now there's the sort of power finger interlock that is no good even Kid Chocolate thinking he can win here. That's just under a minute to go. Forced him out. Drop kick, chest high. Full Nelson now. If Johnny England got that full Nelson on, I'd know what had happened. I don't think that he could too much trouble breaking it. But he shouldn't follow it up, so Kid Chocolate with a big grin on his face, now just laughing at him. The way he went out of the ring there. And England won't like that one bit. 20 seconds. I hope they start again before the next 5 seconds are up. Kid can't quite understand this. Just follow him over to his corner. Can't understand this man at all. He's so busy showing off, but as long as he keeps to the distance moves that he's so good at. Kid Chocolate from West Indies. 5 years in the unpaid ranks at the Hilltop Wrestling Club at Bradford, and that's where he learnt his guide. Turned pro in the late 60s.
Taken away, round 2.
Round 2, 5 rounds to go, no score. Kid Chocolate, West Indies versus Johnny England, Wolverhampton. England is the Mr. Central Britain, Mr. England, Mr. Adonis, and Mr. Europe at one time or another in the last few years. He was also Mr. Midlands 6 times, which is not a bad record either. If England can keep up these strength moves, the Kid is in trouble. Emil Poil keeping a very close eye on this man. Not too happy about the possibility of an early attack before his man's off the deck. I think he's right. Out he goes, but just catches the bottom rope, which saves him coming too far to the table. Kid Chocolate will make no difference at all. Not to him. Might do to England. No worry. That's the way to go. You've got to hit with the right place and land on the right place. And that did both. Too early. It's like Peter Kay cannot resist that early attack with his man on the canvas.
1, 2, 4, 5, 6, get up.
And gets a thump even as he gets through the ropes in. Emil Poil, the referee, reminding him that he can disqualify him without any public warnings at all if he so wishes. Front head chancery.
1, 2.
And the follow-up again. Oh yes, took him over beautifully from the side of the folding press, caught him by surprise. And that'll teach him to be quite so cocky. 2 minutes 45 seconds into round 2, and it's Kid Chocolate with the first fall. And a neat one it was. Your MC for this afternoon's program, Neil Soden.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the second round, from the rolling crotch hold and press, first fall in favor of Kid Chocolate.
So a grin all over his face now as he realized that he was getting the worst of it, apparently, but he was just leading Johnny England on. Caught him playing to the crowd once too often and got him in a folding press and a beauty.
Seconds away, round 3.
Vicious back weakness from the postings. Must have an impression eventually, but that follow-up is getting so boring. He's got a public warning finally.
John England received his first public warning.
England staying on the ropes, right near them anyway, if not right on them. Well, he reached for a hold when his man was on the deck, but The kid counted also when he was on the deck. And this time he can't get to the ropes, Johnny England. Nice. Let's lock one arm up. Can you lock the other? Well, making him look stupid and with a headbutt in the way. Occasional headbutt with it. I'll help him out of it. Sorry, ref, I couldn't resist it. England will not like this treatment at all. Really being made a fool of in this round. That's one of his special moves. It doesn't hurt so much as it worries the opponent. Again, makes a fool of him. I love it, of course.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, took him over the top. Beautiful double leg. Nelson is on. Can he hold it? He gets a 2-0 win if he does. Got a 2. Count of 2 there, but couldn't quite move the third.
Let him get up. No.
The arm being held right against the joint as that knee came in.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, and get clear now. 2.
Well, Bard will be restless with this sort of stuff. That's a better now. The kid asking the spectators what he should do, and you know, of course they don't want to stop him. There is a real spread, a leg spread, splits hold with a difference. Laid on sideways and extremely painful. Nice. Right hand step around the back of the neck. Very nice. Really showing Johnny England up now. 1 minute to go in the third.
2, 3, 4.
Inside of the forearm, okay.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Same move. Perfectly legal.
3, 4, 5.
The referee wisely coming to stand between them then. Side headlock to England. And it. Again the forearm, was it? Difficult to tell. He turned his back on all of us then. Just 15 seconds. So. Right on the bell now, round 3. I don't think that the referee, Emil Paul, was going to last very much longer with this boy. England's attacks this man on the cactus. He has taken it so far. This fellow still insists on doing it in between showing off to the crowd. He's got 3 rounds to go yet. He's trailing by 1 full. You should remember that.
Taking away round 4.
Round 4. Kid Chocolate from the West Indies leading Johnny England from Wolverhampton, England by 1-0. And England has 1 public warning against him. And a single leg Boston on now. Trying for an equalizing submission here.
1, 2,
Too early.
Come on, get up. All right.
Double arm by the kid. Now, I'm not sure this will pay him. That's why he didn't do it. Very wise. Those powerful arms of England, they were throwing him over too easily, actually, from that level. That headbutt is certainly what he doesn't like. And England doing a lot of staying away at the moment. Trying to get around blind side of the ref.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Fell on the way, bad luck. Ay, ay, ay. That was an unfortunate stumble, that was. I don't know whether that'll cost him or not, and how much he's hurt himself. But a face-down knee drop coming up. No, not even the knee drop. On the face on the canvas. And after that stumble, it wouldn't have done him much good. I don't know really what he hurt in it, but it could have been the left arm. Johnny England seems to know, and that could be the submission equalizer. It is in round 4. 1:50 into round 4. England gets the equalizer submission.
Ladies and gentlemen, in round 4, with a round submission, the equalizer to Johnny Mr. England.
I don't know whether Johnny Mr. England knows it or not, but his opponent is suffering from that left wrist, I think, or left hand. Now, if he finds it out, he's going to go straight in there on that left arm and try for another submission. I hope that Kid Chocolate has avoided from seeing it so far. Let's see what happens.
Seconds away, round 5.
Round 5, 2 rounds to go. And 1 each. 1 fall by Kid Chocolate in round 2, equalized then by Johnny England at submission in the 4th. And I'm afraid England now is definitely going to know it, even if Kid Chocolate should continue. Yes, that arm is out somehow there. The referee, Emil Paul, says that's enough. This guy can't go on like this. Too risky. In comes his second. And Johnny England has won it on a technical knockout in the start of round 5. Bad luck, but I'm sure we'll be seeing lots more of Kid Chocolate. Unfortunate stumble as he went for a posting.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the referee has stopped the contest. Yes. Kid Chocolate is unable to continue under the circumstances. Johnny, Mr. England, the winner. And having acclaimed the winner, a hand for a very unfortunate loser, ladies and gentlemen, please, Kid Chocolate. We continue the tournament, ladies and gentlemen, with a special teenage contest. In the blue corner, it's a pleasure to introduce to you a boy from the same wrestling academy as the Dynamite Kid. He's still at school, ladies and gentlemen, and Britain's youngest wrestler, Dave Boy Smith, at 15 years old. And in the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, 17 years old, Bernard Wright. 6 3-minute rounds, ladies and gentlemen. one fall, one KO to decide the winner.
So, this is another first on television. A 6 3-minute round contest, one fall, 6 3-minute rounds. And it's the first time on television we've had one of these teenage contests, teenage lightweight in this case. Dave Boy Smith from Goulburn, Lancashire, at 15 years old, giving away a few years and a couple of pounds to the Warrington boy, Bernie Wright.
Round one.
Seems a little bit of hesitation here as to whether it's a one-fall contest or a two-fall contest, but the MC has got to check with the promoter, Max Crabtree. Anyway, the light trunks here, light trunks on your black and white set, if you have one, has got, there's the Bernie Wright from Warrington. The younger boy, he's only 17 years old last October, so he's nearly 18 now. But Dave Boy Smith, 15 in November of 1977, so on his way to mere 16, and the youngest footballer we've ever seen, I think, on television in the ring. And you can see by some of his escape moves, he's starting to show already. He's a cousin, of course, of the Dynamite Kid. He comes from the same stable, trainer Ted Beckley stable, and he's already beginning to show it. Yes, that one too. That's a Dynamite Kid escape. Nice drop kick. When he fills out, he could be very dangerous. Incidentally, the Dynamite Kid himself, his cousin, is doing very well abroad at the moment in Canada. It is definitely a two-fall contest, the best of three falls. Nice weapon he holds onto the web, does the boy, Dave Boy. And very neat by the Bernie Wright, the Warrington boy, too. How many of you grapple fans remember Steve Wright from the same stable, Ted Beckley? A tremendous find he was. He's grown a lot in weight now since he's been abroad. He's over in Germany at the moment, I think. Steve Wright. Well, this is the younger of the Wright brothers. Bernie, the light trunks, about 40 seconds to go in this first round of 6. Of course, like the teenage bouts, teenage lightweight contests, all of 3 minutes. Yes, cross-body clear by Wright. The referee, of course, by the way, next in case you didn't get him, is Brian Crabtree. And right on the bell of round 1. So let's take, oh, the boy won't turn around, will he? Just won't turn around. The kid, Dave Boy Smith from Goulburn in Lancashire, 15 last November, 10 stone 1 in weight. And he's been in the unpaid ranks since he was 13 years old at the Winnick Wrestling Club. Turned pro in May of this year. So quite a newcomer to the game.
Taken away, round 2.
And of course he's up against a comparative newcomer too, a 17-year-old Bernie Wright. So there's not too much difference in it. But, Max Crabtree has put them opposite each other to really get more or less set their sights on this pro wrestling business. And it's great to see these youngsters on television occasionally. It proves that Max and other promoters and joint promotions have got quite a few youngsters coming up to replace the big names or to add to the big names. Oh yes, great throw, Singleton. That is a beaut. Now that, he can't have a speciality at this time of his career, but that is something that you don't often see in the ring. It's a single-footed stomach throw, like monkey climb, but takes him sideways right across the ring. Very impressive. I hope he does that once again. Oh, and he came up a little bit low, but no, in his time.
3, 4, 5, 6, up.
Yes, there it is again, taking the boy sideways. Mind you, I don't know if you can do it against a man as heavy or heavier than he is. A fellow of 10 stone 1, he's doing it very successfully indeed. Low crotch hold and body slam. So 1.5 minutes to go in this second round. And the leg spread by Bernie Wright. Well, I don't know if that was a grin at the ringside seaters, but he certainly looked like he had a grin on his face, certainly tried to distract the attention of his opponent, and was successful. He's doing it again. Yes, he is. He's making a sign. And twice Bernie Wright has been unable to resist turning around to see it, and of course has been caught in the leg spread himself.
Right.
No point in going on, but that one, we're both losing it. Bad landing on the right leg. 25 seconds to go, round 2. Toe and ankle to right. Vicious turns to White. A little bit angered, I think, by that right leg trouble he had. So just 5 seconds. A little bit late for that lift. So let's have a look at Bernie Wright, looking at that right knee after that crash he had on it. Bernie Wright from Warrington, 17 years old, October last year, 11 stone exactly. Also, of course, his first time on television, and a year and a half at the Winnick Wrestling Club, along with his opponent here this afternoon. Turned pro in July of last year, so quite an old hand by comparison to his 15-year-old opponent.
Seconds away, round 3.
Round 3, 4 rounds to go, all of 3 minutes, remember. 2 falls, 2 submissions or a knockout to decide this bout. Well, an airplane spin from this age, from a young couple like this, especially the 15-year-old dishing it out, probably giving himself up a little bit much there. I think he's probably sorry he laid that one off. Both of them looking a bit aghast at that one. Don't know who came off worst there, really. Yes, perfectly legal. The instep. Attacked by the crutch hold and slam by Wright. By Dave Boy on Wright. And another one. Well, you can see how useful these two are going to be very soon. If they become anything like their mentors, in the shape of Steve Wright, in Bernie's case, and of course, Dynamite Kid in Dave Boyd, Smith's case.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
The next bout they get on television will probably, both of them, be against a more experienced man, and we'll see how they stand up.
4, 5, 6.
Halfway through this third round now. Bernie Wright trying a stranglehold this time. There's the straight one-arm throw there. Second time he's done it. And a try, third attempt, but this time caught in a double arm by Bernie Wright, neatly over the top, and it's a shoulder press for sure. One fall up. Bernie Wright, the heavier of the two. There's 2 minutes in the round 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the third round, from a backdrop to a double shoulder press, a pinfall, and first fall in favour of Bernard Wright.
Bernard, that's his full name. He told me it was Bernie in the dressing room. Anyway, Bernie Wright gets the first fall. He's a boy who trains with cycling, weights, swimming and running, and horseback riding is one of his favourite hobbies.
Second away, round 4.
Round 4, 3 to go. And still Bernie Wright, remember, in the darker trunks. No, I beg you, on your black and white screen will probably be lighter. Black hair and lighter trunks. Bernie Wright leading by 1 fall. Certainly slightly the heavier by 13 pounds. I'm not sure there's much difference in the height. Very difficult to tell these two apart unless their trunks show up. How about Bernie Wright, the fellow who's got that hold on now and placing his man outside the ring? They're helping him in, two gentlemen. Yes, the shiny trunks, even if they're not very much darker, are worn by Dave Boy Smith. And Dave Boy Smith getting up now. It's 1 fall in arrears here. Yes, pure force got him over then. A toe and ankle, not really thrown hard. And he just couldn't get his balance right there. Such lack of experience, of course. Why shouldn't it? 15. He was avoided that one nicely. A little bit too long telegraphing that Bernie Wright. Dave Boy just wasn't there when it landed. Paul Nelson now. And halfway through the bout. Over the arm still in the back. No, that's not bad. Almost completed the slam, too. Into the ropes. No, not quite. Holding him off. He gets a 2-0 win if he gets this. No, into the ropes. He forces him away. And you've seen Dynamite Kid do that. George Kidd do that. And it looks as though Dave Boy Smith is going to use that. Rolling himself up with a little ball so that no limbs are free to attack. Yes, that's a beauty around the back of the neck. And not a very good landing on that right knee of Dave Boy Smith there. Half a minute to go in this 4th round. Double finger lock. Posting, the hardest one we've had yet. Yes, nice backdrop over the side there with the shoulder. 5 seconds in the 4th. Bernie, Dave Boy Smith there. You notice how quickly he let go when that bell went. I hope he always does that. It's like some wrestlers, when they get experience, don't always do. Dave Boy certainly did. Dave Boy, incidentally, can press 140 pounds, which is not bad for a weightlifter of his size and age.
Second away, round 5.
Round 5, 2 rounds to go. And still Dave Boy Smith in the shiny trunks. There he is standing up, having delivered that slam. Trailing by the 1 fall, gave to the 3rd. Bernie Wright nearly had a 2-0 win here by a folding press, but too near the ropes. Dave Boy lives again. Yes, beautiful. But he almost landed on his feet from it. Unlucky. He could have really had him if he'd come back quickly there. So nearly did. That shot to the face, I think. It meant for the throat, but I think he got the face. Dave didn't like it too much. Switch. Oh, yeah, caught him now. No, he didn't like it too much. So he delivered one of his own. minutes to go. Bernie Wright up neatly from that one. Single-footed stomach throw again, which is the ring with it. Yeah, try. And Dave saw that coming. Tried to get the toes tucked under the arms, so turn his man over into a double leg Nelson. But Dave saw that coming. A mile and held those arms firmly down on the canvas. Halfway through the 5th round. There's the one he was trying before, but Bernie was trying on him. And I don't think that Brian Crabtree, the referee here this afternoon, has ever had so little to do in a wrestling contest as far as warnings are concerned. Less than a minute to go now in the 5th. Yes, caught his man with it, and if he holds it, he can get a folder there, and he's got it. Very neat little move. Excellent. So Dave Boy Smith, the boy with the shiny trunks there, on the right. 2 minutes, 15 seconds into round 5, gets the equalizing fall. 1 each, and 1 round to go.
Round 5, ladies and gentlemen, with a counter to the victory roll, a pinfall and equalizer to Dave Boy Smith.
Yes, it was an inverted victory roll. Very neatly spotted that by Neil Soap. Very neat move and very neatly spotted by the MC. So 1 fall each, 1 round to go. Any second, the bell to start the fight.
Underway, 6th and final round.
Shake hands, come out fighting. Not so often you see them do that. Full Nelson now, Bernie Wright. Yes, there's that move again of Wright's. It's a killer, that one. That's a single-footed stomach throw. It really is fast. You going to try it again? No. Yes, he is. And the bullet turns in mid-air. It's a curious move. Really effective. So that's his speciality, all right. Already, it's not 18 yet. His speciality is not bad in your first year as a pro. Oh, he missed it. Tried to get the shoulders with him, but missed. Well, he's rolled up on that ball again. Oh, yes. Missed it this time at the folding press, but into the ropes. Nearly got the arms right there.
Ready, boy?
Halfway through the final round now. 1 fall each. Look at the result of these two. And both ends being counted. And they must agree to disagree on that. And it's told a stalemate, no one getting anywhere from that. And the way Dave Boy slinks round the back looking for a full Nelson. So does Bernie do that. 1 minute to go in this bout now. Folding press with the arms. He missed the arms again, and he was going right through the ropes anyway with his legs. Well, it's certainly been a fight with a difference, this, to see these two teenagers really go. I know so many people write in saying, can't we see some new youngsters coming up? Well, here they are this afternoon. Bernie Wright and Dave Boy Smith. 25 seconds to go in this bout. Trying to cross press now, but he surely hasn't got the weight for that now. It'll be another few years before he has sufficient weight to operate that one, I think. Stomach butt, good. Bernie Wright maybe has the edge, but Dave Boy Wright came back last time. Dave Boy Smith came back last time, so anything could happen. On the bell now, too late. It's got to be a draw, which is a pretty fair result for their first television appearance. 140. And a great hand from a sporting crowd here. These two youngsters, I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of both of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, after a contest that you've just seen now between these two talented teenagers, what better decision could your referee give but a draw?
Right, Kelly, you're not wrestling with that up on, are you?
Ladies and gentlemen, now we come to the Battle Royal, a six-man Battle Royal of 20 minutes duration. The rules are quite simple. No falls, no submissions, no KOs. There are two referees, ladies and gentlemen, and the only way a wrestler can be eliminated is by being placed over the top rope. If he goes between the bottom or the middle rope, he has to climb back into the ring. The winner is deemed to be the last man in the ring.
Now, gentlemen, I want you to listen to this good and proper. Mr. Polby and I will be stood outside the ring to make sure that you get back into the ring if you go through the ropes. Once again, I must remind you, if you go over the top, you're automatically eliminated. I'm going to stand in the middle of the ring, and when I blow the whistle, I want you all to come out fighting. You understand? Thank you.
So for the first time on television, a six-man battle royal. The object of the exercise is to get every opponent you can find outside the ring, but over the top rope. If you send him through the ropes, no chance he can get back in again. Now the referees, two of them, will be outside the ring watching for how the men get in. Now this could be tremendous action, but probably for a very short time. Nobody's even gone out yet. Johnny England might have the power to send some of them out here. Well, real action, and it's Kaye getting out by himself, but he didn't go over the top rope. And it's Jackie Turpin going out, but through the bottom. Johnny England now going for one of the kids, but Bernie Wright might be out in trouble here. Yes, he's good. And Dave Boy Smith was nearly in trouble. Bernie Wright came to help. And Jackie Turpin now going for the young boy, and caught well by a drop kick. And it's Kaye nearly going out over the top rope. And very nearly there. All he needs is to send him out. Doesn't matter how many people get in there, as long as he goes. But Kaye's back in, and nobody's out yet, I don't think. There's still six in there. Yes, there's one out. There's one out, but he didn't come out over the top. It's Bernie Wright, but he's gone in again. Kaye goes for Bernie Wright, the 17-year-old. And now this time, Kaye could send him over the top. There he is. Over the top he goes, and Bernie Wright has got to be out of this contest. He's eliminated. He's eliminated.
He's eliminated.
The one man is eliminated. 5 men now still in the ring. Bernie Wright's the one that's come out first. And now Kid Chocolate in trouble with that left hand elbow of his. It's heavily bandaged now after the accident he had in his bout earlier. And Kid Chocolate is out. He only had one arm to do it with. So there are only 4 left now. Johnny England and Jackie Turpin goes out by himself because he came to take Kid Kaye with him.
Eliminated.
So 3 men left in the ring now. Kaye, England, and the young boy, believe it or not, Dave Boy Smith, one of the last 3. And Kaye smiling, thinking I can fix this fella. But can he? England surely can. Between them, they've got to take this youngster. Oh dear, the crowd are going to love that. Clutch hold and slam just to weaken him up before he sent out over the top. And they won't like this at all. Now, we've got England and Kaye left in the ring.
Smith is eliminated.
They've forgotten that England, and it's Kaye that's done it. It's Kaye that's done it, taking England unawares, showing up to the crowd again. So, well, that's one with the difference. A six-man battle royal, ending with Peter Kaye, Tally-Ho-Kaye, the winner. After just about 5 minutes, I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, the only man left standing in the ring, the Lancashire landowner and sportsman, Tally-Ho-Kaye.
Thank you, Neil Soden, and with that rather unusual finish to this program this afternoon, we hope you've enjoyed the difference. It's goodbye from all of us at Huddersfield. Have a good week. Till next week.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue the tournament with an international contest at heavyweight. 6 rounds of 5 minutes duration, 1 fall, 1 submission, 1 KO to decide the winner. It's my pleasure to introduce to you in the blue corner, introduced by the one and only Gorgeous George, a wrestler destined to be a legend in his own time, the mystic Kendo Nagasaki. And ladies and gentlemen, in the red corner, give a very warm welcome to Colin Joynson of Manchester. Your referee, Mr. Emil Polvik.
Just a few words from your sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, when Kendo Nagasaki unmasked, many people said that he would never be the same again. Well, I'll let you into a secret. In fact, he isn't. He's an awful lot better, as Colin Joynson is about to find out. Thank you.
Round 1.
Hello again, grapple fans. Good afternoon to you and welcome to the Sports Centre here in Huddersfield. Another freestyle wrestling session under Lord Mount Evans rules coming your way. A heavyweight bout starts off the afternoon. Colin Joynson of Stockport, 16 stone 4, takes on Kendo Nagasaki at 15 stone 3. Now, not much trouble with identification here. Emil Poil, the referee, and Kendo Nagasaki, of course, in his full-time wrestling gear with his tights, and black stripe down the side of the red tights. And the hair should help you identify it, even if you can't see the tights. It starts and finishes right at the back of the head. So this is a 6 5-minute round contest. 1 fall decides it. Joynson versus Nagasaki. And his manager, Gorgeous George's threat that she's got better, even better still, since he unmasked. May be true. We'll find out in the next 30 minutes over the 6-round contest, unless there's a fall, of course, before it finishes the contest. And the arm lock by Joynson. Arm lock very definitely still on, too. Yes, although Nagasaki is one of the most powerful men in the heavyweight bracket in this country, it's Colin Joynson is no weakling. When he let go. Straight figures going in hard to the throat. Nagasaki lost his cool already for some reason, as early as round 1. All 16 stone 4 of Colin Joynson. And this follow-up quite illegal. See how long Emil 12, the referee, will take it. Still no public warning. Very definite talking to, though. A couple of minutes to go in this first round of 6. It could be quite an interesting lead-up to the main bout of the afternoon, of course, which is for the European middleweight title, held by Mick McManus and challenged by Mal Sanders of Morden, Surrey. Turn by Joynson. Up comes that forearm again. Just 1 minute to go in the first. So finally out of the corner. Joynson still following up the advantage he had. Oh, a little bit below that sole of the foot. The referee happy about it. And a follow-up far too late again by Nagasaki. The referee will really have to do something about this, control this a minute. Just 5 seconds to go. Still Nagasaki, a bit angry. I don't quite know what he's talking to Gorgeous George now, his manager, giving out plenty of advice here. Something about the ears. I don't think he's hearing what George says very much because he has his ears covered. Anyway, there he is, Kendo Nagasaki at 6'2", 15 stone 3.
Seconds away, round 2.
And now, see if Emil 12, the referee, will be a little bit tougher with this Nagasaki attacks, which are really going a little out of control. In case you've just joined us, Colin Joynson versus Kendo Nagasaki. Nagasaki with the full red gear tights. behind the plaited hair, back of the head there. And a beautiful knee drop by Joynson. Then the foot comes up, and George, his manager down here on our right, the commentary table, really a bit happier about that move. He's certainly a bit more happy now, I should think. Slowed Joynson down a bit after that tremendous knee drop from a height, and a grapevine. Grapevine, double hand. Yeah, it's been submission from it as early as round 2, and it's the only fall of the match. Joynson goes down in 1 minute 20 seconds of round 2 on a submission. And I will hear from George now.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the benefit of the many Kendo Nagasaki fans here this evening, I would like to reiterate a challenge that I've made before. But now Nagasaki is unmasked. There is no reason why he should not be given an opportunity to challenge for the British heavyweight title, at the moment held by a man who mysteriously has never fought Nagasaki since Nagasaki's unmasking. I want a chance for the heavyweight belt for the unmasked Kendo Nagasaki.
Well, Mr. Gillette, I've got a surprise for you. Sat in the audience tonight, just returned from Spain, is the heavyweight champion of Great Britain, Tony St. Clair.
Here he is, believe it or not, the heavyweight champion just returned from Spain recently. Tony St.
I've only got one thing to say to you. You tell him, either put up or shut up. I'm here, and I'll meet him anywhere, anytime. You make the match. Anywhere, anytime.
Gentlemen, I've worked hard for a long time for this, and you're on, Tony St. Clair. You're definitely on. There'll be a championship match and a new champion.
The winner, ladies and gentlemen, Kendo Nagasaki. Ladies and gentlemen, will you be upstanding, please, for the Queen? Ladies and gentlemen, this is a title contest for the European middleweight title for the Admiral Lord Mount Evans rules over 12 rounds of 3 minutes duration. 2 falls, 2 submissions, 1 KO deciding the winner. It's my pleasure to introduce to you the challenger from Morden, London, superstar Mal Sanders. And it's a pleasure to introduce to you from the red corner, the one and only and the European middleweight title holder, Mick McManus. Your referee appointed by the Board of Control, Mr. Brian Crabtree.
Thank you, Neil Soden, introducing there the main bout of the afternoon for the European middleweight title. 12 rounds, 3 minutes per round. This reason for this is for television benefit, because otherwise you'd never get in a 5-minute round, so they've now decided to make them all 3 rounds, 3-minute rounds, the title bouts, which is great from a television point of view. Mal Sanders, the challenger from Morden in Surrey. His opponent, of course, Mick McManus, the holder.
My job is to see that the belt is won or lost fair and squarely. There's 2 public warnings, as usual. The third one is automatic disqualification. You both understand? Any questions you'd like to ask me? Tom? Shake hands, back to your corner. May the best man win. Thank you.
So, refereed by Brian Crabtree.
Round 1.
And here we go for round 1. This is only the second European title match I've ever seen in this country, because last time that Mick McManus has defended his title was nearly always in France or Italy or Germany, but never here. This is the first time, at least, we've seen on television the European middleweight title being fought for. And Mick McManus has held it for quite a few years now. He's defended it successfully a few times too. But Mal Sanders, the promoters believe, is just a boy to... He's become one of the leading challengers for this belt for quite a time. And although he hasn't had tremendous experience, he's showing such tremendous potential that Max Crabtree, on behalf of Joint Promotions, figures that it's a good idea to put him up for the European title. And as long as we've got a British fella in that belt, wearing that belt, that's all that really matters. From my point of view, anyway. We won't lose it out of the country, even if McManus loses it today. Just under 2 minutes to go in this first round of 12. Quite easily distinguishable for the uninitiated Mick McManus from New Cross, London, at 12 stone 7 in the dark blue trunks, black hair. And his opponent, superstar Mal Sanders from Morden, Surrey, at 11 stone 12, only just over the welterweight upper limit. So both these men at opposite ends of the middleweight bracket. McManus 12-7, 1 pound underneath the upper bracket limit, and Mal Sanders 11 stone 12, just 1 pound from the bottom of the bracket, just over the welterweight limit. 12 minutes. 12 rounds, 3 minutes per round, 2 falls, 2 submissions for a knockout to decide. Yes, I doubt if you'll get McManus that quickly. Less than a minute to go now in this first round. Yes, he got the spin out, knew it was coming, so he took it anyway, making sure that he went over and out of reach. So an arm lever there by McManus. So the double wrist lock position on the upper arm. Just 20 seconds to go. Yes, McManus goes eventually on that whip. I don't know what he's shaking his finger at his opponent for. Perfectly legal. Right on the bell. Mick McManus, the holder, of this belt for several years. I think it's about 5.5 years he's held it, but he has defended it on several occasions, but never on television before, and very seldom in this country. Finally, the promoters decided that he should defend it here this afternoon at Huddersfield. And it could be quite a bout. Mick McManus of New Cross, London.
Takes it away, round 2.
Mel Saunders, comparative newcomer compared to the experienced McManus. And you have to watch the McManus experienced guy, too, very carefully in this bout. Side headlock McManus. McManus, remember, in the dark blue trunks. Nice escape. McManus with oh, what was that? What was that? Referee highly suspicious. That was a punch. That was a knee, that's all. And Brian Crabtree's going to be ultra strict here this afternoon about this. It's the arm lever against the joint held by the body. Right hand right around the face bar position. Well, he's out on the double-handed wrist lever there. It's returned to single interlock just on the throw. Halfway through the bout, the round, I beg your pardon. Round 2, halfway through. And, of course, another 10 rounds to go after this one. Well, there's another one that's very doubtful from here. I don't know what you thought at home. The referee's probably a little unsighted, but highly suspicious. Less than a minute to go in the second. So that double wrist lock position by McManus there on the backhammer of Mel Saunders' left hand. Yes, he turned it. Backhammer now to Saunders with 25 seconds left. He reaches for those ropes in a title bout. I think we find the referee will come on the side of his opponent. He's only got about 6 seconds. Interlock fingers on the bell. Well, that move was definitely started by Mel Saunders just before the bell, so he couldn't really help finishing the move, although his opponent's complaining about it. Mel Saunders from Morden in Surrey. He's only 20 years old and a tremendous potential in the middleweight class, no question about it. Turned pro August of last year.
Takes away, round 3.
What a feather in his cap it would be if Mel Saunders could get the title of the experienced McManus on his first attempt at the title. Saunders versus McManus. Saunders in the light gear, light boots, light yellow trunks. And the usual McManus trying his tricks, the left hand on the throat. Followed on illegally, says the referee. Break it. But he allows it to go on. Directly, Mel Saunders got the advantage. He played the advantage well then. Well, McManus attempting a cross press. Now what he's doing with that right hand, you saw that punch go in there. Whether it landed or not, we can't tell. But knowing McManus probably did, yes, now I can see. Was it the heel of the hand, or was it, as McManus is trying to persuade us, or was it a punch? A punch, definitely. The referee doesn't like the position anymore. Break it up. Heel of the hand, that's all right. And that is what McManus is so good at, of course. That's his specialty. Straight jab, close-in jab. Either with a forearm or the heel of the hand. That's what he's going to rely on now. 1 minute in the third. Cross press attempt again by McManus. Is that right hand the referee's got to watch as well as the shoulders of his opponent. And Brian Crabtree very fast under it that time. See, the referee, unfortunately, has got to look down at the shoulder blades to see whether they're touching. The count of three, that's what pinfall is all about. But can he see the right hand of McManus if he's right down by the shoulder blades? Very, very difficult to be covering everything. He gets a public warning for dissent.
First public warning.
For dissent. That's very seldom you see that in a wrestling ring. It's not only what he did, but when he talked about it, and that's a beautiful double-hander from Mal Sanders, but it's right on the bell of round 3. And McManus now starting to complain that that was a punch against him. Well, we've seen him deliver a few so far today. And just one, I don't think the matter come back, wouldn't bother the referee at all. So McManus, can he hold on to this title? The next 8-9 rounds will tell us.
Take it away, round 4.
For the European middleweight crown, McManus the holder, Sanders the challenger. Sanders in the light strip. See that drop kick coming off the ropes beautifully, and he timed it well. He better get up quick. The knockout can decide this as well as 2 pinfalls or submissions. Bit of rib cage trouble, McManus. Again, that McManus move, and a legitimate one. A very good wrestling hold indeed from the top, above his man, going for the double wrist lock. But now he's switching the referee on side. I think that holding out of the trunks will hold his man in position for longer. Mel Sanders is his own referee there. He knew what was happening, and that's the way he'll get his own back on the years to it. That's neater. McManus tries that stuff. Get around the back neatly with that waist hold there. Didn't last, but he got there. Reaching for a quarter Nelson, didn't quite make it. Arm lever now held on with the legs by McManus. And the side headlock definitely on. Though he can get a score from it, but he certainly can weaken his man. Hold him down there. Trying to stop him breathing now, I think. Yes, the body over the nose and mouth. And the referee doesn't like it, trying to get him off. One public warning already he's got. On his way to another if he tries that. Inside of the hand, sure. Throat. And another, but chest high. 12 seconds to go. And very dicey indeed. McManus assures us that that was the flat of the hand, the heel of the hand again, but all the straight fingers didn't look like it from ringside here. Mel Sanders got the worst of that round, no question about it. McManus went in hard most of the time legitimately, but just a couple of little bits of help from his rule-bending style. The referee, of course, doing his best to watch for that. He knows about it as well as we all do. He can't be everywhere.
Taking away, round 5.
8 rounds to go. No score. McManus with one public warning against him. McManus in the dark blue trunks and coming out with those forearm jabs. This is going to rely on, has been relying on for the last couple of rounds. Sanders wise to go out, even if he could have held on then, because if he'd come off, the impetus going back to McManus could have been dangerous. Into the hand again. But that illegal. And a crutch hold. Slam. Follow down reverse double knee hold. Sapar away from the ropes. He's got it. The first one to McManus, the holder in round 5, and it just took him 45 seconds. Your master of ceremonies, Neil Soden.
Ladies and gentlemen, in round 5, from a body slam and press, a pinfall, and the first fall in favor of Mick McManus.
McManus, the holder, now leading by 1 fall in the 5th round at the end of round 5, but he's still got 1 public warning against him. And he had a very definite reprimand just now, reminding him that a 2 are on the way, a second is on its way if he doesn't behave himself.
Seconds away, round 6.
Round 6, 7 rounds to go. McManus in the dark blue trunks, remember, leading by 1 full to 0 over Mel Sanders. Very difficult to tell what part of the hand he's using in those quick moves, line side of the ring. Again, that double-handed wrist lever in the backhammer position. Going for the opposite arm now, trying to make a double arm of it. And Sanders very dazed, and his head is bleeding now in the right temple. It's above his eyes, so it shouldn't worry him too much, only a little. McManus going straight for it, of course. Headbutts indeed. And that's the second public warning for that knee.
McManus with his second and final public warning.
With his man still on the canvas, his second and final public warning. He can't play around that anymore. And that's one thing McManus cannot stand. Sanders is right. At 9, halfway through round 6, and very, very near thing from McManus there. Another half a second and he'll be counted out. Sanders now using the hair. Great wrench, good wrench instead of a posting. A little fed up with the treatment he's been getting, Sanders, and you can't blame him. 45 seconds. Well, the side headlock is still on. That's what he's doing with the other hand. Very difficult for the referee to see under there. McManus, of course, knows it. 5 seconds. Interesting to see that Mal Sanders came out of that little move with the advantage right as the bell went. The referee checking that cut above his right eye. Second teeth looking a bit worried about it. But the only one that isn't worried about it is Mal Sanders himself.
Taken away, round 7.
So halfway through this bout, 6 rounds to go. McManus, the holder, still leading by 1-4-0, but has 2 public warnings against him. That's McManus in the dark blue trunks against Mal Sanders. Now, can Mal Sanders come back into this bout? Yes, just missed the drop kick again. Very nice timing. The right foot landed well. Left was a bit low. And a crutch hold to Sanders. And he followed down. He's trying a cross press. Late, but he's got away with it. He's got away with it. So 40 seconds into round 7. Sanders gets the equalizing fall with a cross press following that body slam. Very, very neat. He's back in the bout, which makes everybody happy. Neil Soden.
Ladies and gentlemen, in round 7, a pinfall and equalizer to superstar Mal Sanders.
So, with 5 rounds to go now, 1-4 each. Nothing against this boy, but 2 public warnings against his opponent. It's going to be really interesting to see whether he can stay in it now against a far more experienced man.
Taken away, round 8.
He'll have to go now. Referee may be talking to him, but he'll have to go. McManus now starting his own conversation with the ref. 2 public warnings. That was his last one he got in the 6th round. He's got no more to play with. So the jump step over toe hold by McManus. Perfectly legitimate Lord Mount Evans rule wrestling. That one, and why doesn't he keep to them more, I don't know. Cross press, but a very loose one. I see little chance of getting away with it. Now that right hand is sighted again. Oh, he missed that completely. He was going for the foot, and he skidded out of that beautifully. Took McManus with him on the back of the neck. Very neat. Well, that's the potential that he's shown to such an extent that he's got the title, the tag superstar already at the age of 20. Halfway through the 8th round, 1-4 each. McManus really wears. He got that body over the nose and mouth again. Referee worrying about that, not even checking the shoulder blades touching the canvas or not. Sanders is again turned out of it with that double-handed wrist lever. It was all part of the move, so it doesn't matter his man be on the deck. Less than a minute now. Oh, no, it's underneath there again. Referee worried about it. And I think he's right. And the follow-up far too late and right through the ropes anyway. Complete waste of time for McManus to try that. 15 seconds. And Mal Sanders out, but not a bad landing. Got his feet down all right there. Almost at the end of round 8 now. And McManus surely must be tiring a little bit. Question now is stamina, I should think, for the last 4 rounds. McManus, certainly tremendously experienced, looks quite happy the way he's arguing back to the ringside seaters. But the question is, how much stamina has he got left? His opponent doesn't look too worried as far as stamina is concerned, but then of course he's a great deal younger. And
Seconds away, round 9.
let's see what happens in the round 9. 1 fall each. Brian Crabtree suspicious again, but inside it. And that was straight fingers, I think. Short-range jab. Just a bit early that time. Really bit early, says referee. Well, both men slowing down. Well, Sanders especially at the moment, but he may be laying on this for a reason. To bring McManus confidently forward. Flying tackle. Oh, and he's taken out and over, and he's landed on the apron there, and he landed badly on the floor. And I don't believe that he's going to continue with this bout. No, the referee's decided to call it off, I'm afraid. So that is the end of Mal Sanders' attempt at the European middleweight title. McManus still the holder, but we'll see what Neil Soden says in his announcement when he gets into the ring, when he's had a talk with the referee, Brian Crabtree. But I'm afraid that's...
Ladies and gentlemen, Mick McManus is disqualified.
Oh, McManus for taking him out of the top rope. And nobody more surprised than myself and Mick McManus there. So he has got the title, Mal Sanders, on the disqualification.
I should never be disqualified. The man will never look at his own at all. What are you going to man defeated? The man was counted out.
Tremendous complaining from McManus. I cannot understand what happened then.
The winner and new champion, superstar
Mal Sanders extremely pleased about that, as he almost hugs referee Brian Crabtree, and the belt is going to be placed on him, round him, by Brian Crabtree, I think, if McManus allows it. No, it's Brian Crabtree placing the belt on him. There he is, the new European middleweight champion, Mal Sanders of Morden, Surrey. Congratulations, Mal. Not the way he would have liked to have done it on a disqualification, but he's got it just the same.
Concluding contest of the tournament, ladies and gentlemen, is a contest of lightweight. This is a rubber match, ladies and gentlemen, of 6 5-minute rounds, 2 falls, 2 submissions, 1 KO deciding the winner. It's my pleasure to introduce to you in the blue corner, the European lightweight title holder, Jimmy Briggs. And in the red corner, it's always a pleasure to introduce the crowd-pleasing world champion, Johnny Singh.
Well, you can tell who their favorite is, though. Johnny Saint from Bagley of Manchester at 11 stone, the world lightweight champion. And how Jimmy Briggs, his opponent here this afternoon, would love that belt of his. Well, this is known as a rubber match. As you heard Neil Soden say, it means that if Jimmy Briggs can show well against Johnny Saint, the world champion, then the European title holder, Briggs, might have a possibility at the crown. That's what he's warning him of now, I should think. As Johnny Saint takes his belt off, here we go for a 6-round contest, 2 falls to decide.
Round 1.
Referee Emil Paul. I've never seen these trunks of Jimmy Briggs, but I'm very happy that he's got them because it helps the identification. Can't miss him, can he, with those terrific red striped trunks.